Is Alice Gray, and I'm the Dynamics 365 ISV app manager here in Simply Dynamics. Today, I'm just going to bring you through one of our apps, which is up on App Source, and it's SD Intelli pricing. So with standard Business Central, as I'm sure you're aware, when looking for sales prices, Business Central always uses the find best price principle and returns the lowest price. But there's times when you'll have fixed price agreements with your customers and you'll need to be able to turn off this best price functionality, the find best price functionality, and use the pricing as defined in your fixed price agreements. So this is what SD Intelli pricing allows you to do. It allows you to turn off this find best price functionality in Business Central and use the pricing that you have defined in your own price agreements with your customers. So this is the setup card for SD Intelli pricing. It's available to download on App Source, and you can run a 30-day free trial once you've downloaded it. You just go into this product activation tab here, action here in the Intelli pricing setup. Fill in your company name and your email. Just choose free trial and you get a 30-day free trial. It's no need to enter any credit card details or anything like that at all. And you can also use this assisted setup icon here, which will allow you to just import some demo data for you to start looking at SD Intelli pricing. So when SD Intelli pricing is initially installed, this pricing method is set to standard. So that allows you to keep your using the Business Central pricing while you set up your pricing groups in SD Intelli pricing. And then when you're ready with all your pricing groups set up, you can just choose the multi-group pricing method. And you just get a message here that you're going to turn on the SD Intelli pricing, multi-group pricing method, and you're turning off the standard Dynamics 365 Business Central sales pricing. So there you're effectively turning off the find best price functionality. Okay, so the idea, I suppose, behind SD Intelli pricing is you create price groups, you add items to these price groups with the pricing, and then you grant your customers access to these price groups. So there's no global price groups in SD Intelli pricing, or no global price book. And these price groups can be defined as standard price groups, which would be your normal price group, contract price groups, which would be the fixed price agreements you'd have with your customers, and listed price groups. With the listed price groups, only items that you have on these listed price groups can be added to a sales line, and the price can't be modified from what it is on your price group. And just to note as well, if you have two prices found for an item through your differing price groups, maybe one on your standard price group, which your normal price group, and another from a contract price group for your customer, the contract price is always used for your customer. And then say within the standard price groups, if it finds multiple prices, SD Intelli pricing will always find the lowest price. Okay. We'll just have a look here at some of the price groups. We'll just do some very simple setup I have here, and we'll just create some very one-line sales orders just to give you an idea of how it works. So here we have a listed price group set up, and this listed price group has been linked to a customer 10,000 in this Cronus database, so the Canon group. We've put in our item number, our unit of measure, minimum quantity that this price will be defaulted in. So this is your item unit price from the price card, from the item card, and this is the unit price that we're going to sell it as. And we have our starting and end dates as well here specified on the line. Just as well, another piece of functionality we have in SD Intelli pricing is the take effect dates. So with take effect dates, You can choose that the price will take effect not only from the starting and ending date on the price groups, but within that, you can choose the order date, that the price will take effect from the document date, from the requested delivery date, or the shipment date on your sales order or invoice. Okay, so now go back here to our price group card. Okay, so this is a listed price group for our customer Canon group for this item here. So if we were to create an order for Canon group, and if we add our item, we'll add a different item, not that item there that was on the price group, but just another item here. You'll see that straight away we'll get a message that this item isn't on the listed price group for this customer. So we'll change it to the item that is on the listed price group. That item there, put in our quantity, and we can see then that that price has come through, that 120 has come through from the price group for that customer. So our other example would be that of contract price groups. So again, you add the items to the price group, and you then link your customers, or you grant your customers access to the price group. And we see here we have this customer here, Selangorian, in our Cronus database assigned to this price group. Okay, so we've, again, simple data, 2 items on this line. One is a minimum quantity, so we have to have a quantity of 2 on the sales line in order to get your unit price as defined in the group, which is 40 here. Okay, so, and also, while I'm at it, for that second line there, we can see in our standard price book for that same customer, Selangorian, which has been granted access, we have this item again, which has a lower unit price. So you'll see now what I meant when this is the same customer over 2 price groups, same item, same starting and ending dates within the date range and on the lines as well. But it won't actually take the lowest price here of 30, which is on your normal price book. It'll take what's actually on the contract card, which is the price of 40. Okay. So again, just a very simple sales order, just to give you an idea. This customer here. So I'll choose H0103. Okay, so for example, if I put a quantity of 1, okay, it's just a standard Cronus message. You'll see it hasn't picked up a price, and that's obviously because we had the minimum quantity specified on the line on the price group. So there you go. So the 40, the price of 40 is brought in as opposed to the lower price, which was on the normal or the standard price group. And again, then we just have our other line. And again, it's just going to pick up that price that's on the contract price. Okay, which was our item of 50. Okay, so that's just, I suppose, a brief overview, very simple one, as I say, of the prices being picked up. We have some other functionality in SD Intelli pricing. We have the price group worksheet here. So if I just remove these here, the price group worksheet allows you just to, I suppose, conveniently update your prices in a price group from here rather than going into the actual price group card. So you could select your prices, again, very simple, but just use this contract. The 2 lines are coming in, obviously real world scenario, probably hundreds of lines here. With the worksheet, you can choose to edit it in Excel. And once you edit it in Excel, you can edit it and then bring it back into Business Central again. That's the standard Business Central functionality, the edit in Excel. You can choose here in the worksheet to adjust your prices. So you could adjust everything by a certain percentage, all your prices. could set them to a certain price, or you could adjust them by a certain value. What else? We can also update some certain dates if you want to update your dates in the price group, in your price group in the worksheet, or close selected. You could highlight some lines and just close the dates on those lines. We also have the price checker. And this price checker here, just some functionality where it gives you the option to see, the ability to see, sorry, where your prices are being used. So this is the price group here. So we're checking for this customer, Sangorian. We can see these price group codes. We can see where the prices have been used, the amount customers are using them, the last date the price was used, the amount sold for this item. So it just gives you some extra, I suppose, functionality just to check on your prices and see, I suppose, which items and which prices are selling well for you. We also have the unused prices, which again is just some good functionality. It allows you to see what prices aren't being used and prices that haven't been used in a certain amount of days. So we can see here this normal price, sorry, this price on the normal price group, the standard price group, hasn't been used. So again, it just allows you to, I suppose, have some insight into your prices, if they're being used or not, how often are they used, how many customers are using them, maybe gives you some ideas that maybe you need to do some special rates, you know, lower your prices, raise your prices. And again, here we have the expiring prices functionality. So this lets you go in and see when you have prices on your price groups that are due to expire soon and you don't have any other new lines set up. So it's, say, for example, 10 days time, just refresh our contents. So nothing is expiring within 10 days, but we know by the end of the year, according to the date I've set up here, these prices here will expire. And again, you can just up and down through the records, and it lets you see the customers who have been granted access to this price, the amount of customers who have used this price, and the date the price was last used. And then we also have margin alerts. And the margin alerts alerts you to if the profit margin is less than the margin threshold percentage here, and it alerts you on that. And it allows you then to send these, send the details out to a worksheet and to report on them. And actually, I forgot to say, sorry, with the price checker as well, you can run a report, print these things as a report, your prices as a report, or send an email as well, your price books. Okay, so that's it. That's our, I suppose, our quick and brief run through of SD Intelli pricing. If anyone has any questions now, or if they want to email myself or Aileen, that'd be great. But other than that, thanks for watching and thanks for your time.
Thank you, Alice.